at that. I'll split the toast.
Please. Part the forest.
Oh.
Cheers. Toast.
Toast.
Oh my God. I have no words.
It's interesting because mushroom is far from the predominant flavor on this tartine. It's there and it's delicious, but the balance of little acidic things.
Yes. Wholly perfect.
This is extremely delicious. I think more than anything, I'm devastated by things that I've worked so much harder and longer on that didn't taste nearly as good.
Yeah. Less is more though.
It is.
Less is more.
If you know how to do it perfectly.
Right.
What a toasty episode we just had.
But I'm chilly.
Hey, don't get jelly of my Worth It winner, because my Worth It winner on this very special episode is squirrel.
Oh!
Yeah, that was a very worth it piece of toast. Why? 3 kinds of very special jelly and a whipped ricotta on a sick brioche. Come on, that's very worth it.
Yeah, I mean, wow, I can't believe you're choosing that as your Worth It winner.
Believe it.
My Worth It winner. Wait, Adam, can you go first, please?
Adam, who's your Worth It winner?
Who?
Adam said here's looking at you. Adam says the liver mousse. Whoa.
All right, so yeah, petite crème is my Worth It winner. It was delicious.
That's a good choice. That is a very strong toast game coming out of petite crème.
But I don't feel good saying it because they were
Why?
all so good.
Did you know that tip was included for that tartine?
Oh yeah, that does it for me then. Yeah, tip
Yeah,
included.
there you go.
Done.
That was a very fun episode. Not a crazy high price point, but for a food like toast, still pretty interesting. You saw a couple of bakeries, you saw some bread get baked, you saw some toast get toasted. Come on, it was a great time we just had together. Yeah. So,
all of us.
We'll be back next week.
Me, Adam, and all y'all.
Toast.
Oh yes! All right, we are here in sunny Los Angeles, and we're gonna be doing an episode on pork.
So we've done American barbecue pork ribs before.
Oh yeah. But today, we're doing pork Filipino style. I am so excited for Filipino food. Let's go. Today on Worth It, we're gonna be trying 3 Filipino pork dishes at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its price. I have quite the number of Filipino friends telling me, make a Worth It episode around Filipino food.
Okay, humble brag.
I have so many friends.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have that many friends. I just pretend like I do. I only have 2 friends and they're in this car.
That's a good moment to introduce the fact that we have 4 people in the car.
That's Annie.
Cool, so...
The first place we're going to is called Rice Bar. We're gonna eat with a friend. Her name is Allie. She's Filipino. She loves pork.
Pork equals pig. Is that correct?
Porky the pig. That's right. Oh man, and I just got sad. I imagine eating Porky the pig.
I'm Charles Salalia, chef owner of Rice Bar here in downtown Los Angeles.
What type of establishment is Rice Bar?
Everyday Filipino fare. Something that you'd only find in homes, you know, like the holy trinity of breakfast. Garlic rice, which is central to the Philippines, the egg, and then the longanisa. So the pork longanisa, it's essential Filipino sausage. The one we make is from my region of Pampanga, but we've added a little bit of LA flair to it already. So it's a 7-ounce sausage, more geared towards the appetite of how we eat over here. We start off with fresh ground pork. We don't ground the fat. We actually dice it. Gives better texture to the sausage. Cure that for 2 days, stuff it in a natural hog casing, and let it cure again for another 3 days. The garlic, the pepper, the sugar, the salt can really penetrate that meat, and by the time we serve it to the guests, the flavors are way more robust. We cook it slowly in the griddle until it caramelizes, so you have a beautiful glaze in the sausage. Then we pair that off with the garlic fried rice. We make a very intense garlic oil, like a 1-to-1 ratio of garlic to oil. Get our rice, toast it and coat raw. Then we put our garlic stock and a little bit of anacho water to give it the yellow color. You have all the flavor to the very inside of the grain.
So it's cooked in that garlic stock?
Yes. And then we pair that off with pickled papaya, which rounds out the whole dish.
Wow, I want that one.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Allie. So you're Filipino.
Longanisa is something that I used to have growing up, usually at carnivals and fairs, that kind of thing. Or you would like have it for breakfast.
So this brings you back.
Yeah. Have you guys eaten Filipino style before? You have the spoon in the right hand, fork in the left hand, and you shovel the food onto the spoon. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
Together.
Okay, ready?
Cheers.
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 It's got that sweetness to it, huh? There's so many things going on with this sausage. Good texture.
Awesome.
And then it's a little spice, and it's just like, everything's nice.
I love sausage. Sausage might be my single favorite food.
Why?
I grew up eating a lot of sausage. If you think about what is going on into making a sausage, it's crazy, but also genius. Repackaging an animal into like a delicious little flavor missile.
It's kind of gross, actually.
So this is the spicy vinegar.
Ooh, let's hit that up.
One of the major flavors of the Philippines is sourness, and so that spicy vinegar goes well with everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sweetness in the sausage with the spicy vinegar, that's it right there.
So this is like a perfect Filipino breakfast. Egg, rice, some kind of meat product.
I could get obsessed with the garlic rice. Just like
So amazing.
that alone, I would travel far and wide for.
It's really good to have something like this in a restaurant because I know growing up I only had it at home and I can like take my friends here who have never had this before.
Are you ready? This is gonna be a big bite.
Whoa.
What do you think? Adam just whispered it's really good. The quieter he says it, the more he means it.
The other dish that we're gonna have is our house-made spam, tocino. Tocino in the Philippines is kind of like our bacon. Again, diced fat, high in sugar, very simple. We cook them in the spam cans in a water bath, let that rest for about 3 days, and then we slice it off, brulee it with a little bit of sugar so you get the nice caramelization. We're gonna pair that off with black rice, an heirloom variety from the south of the Philippines, very high in anthocyanins, just like with blueberries and spinach, some pickled radishes, and some yu choy.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's got color, texture. God, there's nothing I love more than spam as a kid. Cheers.
Cheers. Hot damn.
Oh damn.
That is so good.
The rice.
Kind of like our bacon. Again, diced fat, high in sugar.
Everything's nice.
I love sausage. Sausage might be my single favorite food.
Why?
I grew up eating a lot of sausage. If you think about what is going on into making a sausage, it's crazy, but also genius. Repackaging an animal into like a delicious little flavor missile.
It's kind of gross, actually.
So this is the spicy vinegar.
Ooh, let's hit that up.
One of the major flavors of the Philippines is sourness, and so that spicy vinegar goes well with everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Sweetness in the sausage with the spicy vinegar, that's it right there.
So this is like a perfect Filipino breakfast. Egg, rice, some kind of meat product.
I could get obsessed with the garlic rice. Just like
So amazing.
that alone, I would travel far and wide for.
It's really good to have something like this in a restaurant because I know growing up I only had it at home and I can like take my friends here who have never had this before.
Are you ready? This is gonna be a big bite.
Whoa.
What do you think? Adam just whispered it's really good. The quieter he says it, the more he means it.
The other dish that we're gonna have is our house-made spam, tocino. Tocino in the Philippines is kind of like our bacon. Again, diced fat, high in sugar, very simple. We cook them in the spam cans in a water bath, let that rest for about 3 days, and then we slice it off, brulee it with a little bit of sugar so you get the nice caramelization. We're gonna pair that off with black rice, an heirloom variety from the south of the Philippines, very high in anthocyanins, just like with blueberries and spinach, some pickled radishes, and some yu choy.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's got color, texture. God, there's nothing I love more than spam as a kid. Cheers.
Cheers. Hot damn.
Oh
That
damn.
is so good.
The rice is like seriously blowing me away. Why does it almost taste cocoa-y to me?
That's like the nuttiness I was talking about.
Very delicious. And with all these other ingredients in there, look at that.
It looks like a vegetable garden.
If only spam could grow from the ground.
Trees.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for having us.
I think family style is pretty much the only way to eat if you're Filipino because so much of the food is about community and about family.
Would you even say that we're a family?
You and I?
I mean, the three of us, yeah.
Oh. We're something.
Rice bar, what a treat. Before we go into our pork fact, we're gonna be hitting up Jollibee for a quick hollow break.
Oh look, there's the bee.
Bee's got a big bosom.
Do you know what bosom is?
Isn't it your butt?
No, it's a woman's chest area.
I did not know that. Wild.
I like this whole cake on top.
Pork fact! Only about 30% of pork is consumed fresh. The rest is cured or smoked and eaten as bacon, ham, and sausage.
Bacon, ham, sausage, that's a pretty strong team of foods right there.
They should be holding the ball, playing the games.
Holding the pigskin.
Boom. Next up, we're going to a place called Lhasa. Get some thick cut pork belly. I've been told that I don't have the voice of a radio person.
You got a face for radio.
Roasted.
I'm Chef Chad Valencia, co-owner of Lhasa. We're a seasonal Filipino-inspired restaurant here in Chinatown, LA.
From my understanding, Lhasa in Tagalog is flavor?
Flavor or taste?
Can you talk about what that means for you guys?
It's based on our life experiences. So this is not traditional Filipino food by any means. My brother and I come from California restaurants, so we follow the seasons. What's popping at the market is gonna dictate what ingredients are gonna get used. We'll think what can coincide with Filipino dishes, but isn't that specific ingredient. For instance, in springtime, there's a sour soup called sinigang. We use rhubarb to sour the broth. That's not traditional by any means, but if any Filipino were to taste that broth, they would know it's sinigang.
And you're using rhubarb because that's what you have here in California.
Exactly. We're gonna eat our twice-cooked pork belly. It's based on a Filipino dish called kalabasa ang ginataan, which means squash stewed in coconut. There's always the addition of pork product and shrimp product in a lot of vegetable dishes in the Philippines. So we flipped it on its head and turned it into an entree. We take skin-on, boneless pork belly slabs and slowly render on a plancha so that the skin ends up crispy. We stew the kabocha squash in coconut milk until it's extremely tender, and then we puree it. Then we wok roast Chinese long beans, and then we take mustard greens and we dress that in bagoong vinaigrette. So we have this fresh salad to kind of cut through the richness of the belly and then even the kabocha and coconut. People are always quick to say, oh, you guys are doing Filipino fusion. Filipino food is already fusion by way of China, Spain, America. We're not doing anything that different. We're just doing California Filipino food.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat. Green mango soda. Cheers.
Ooh, gentle bubbles. Sodas are better when the bubbles are gentle.
Agreed. Let's eat.
I'm gonna do a little puree taste test solo mode before I get into this.
All right.
Cheers. Whoa.
It's almost like pumpkin pie.
At first I was like, okay, it's a squash. And then there's this whole other flavors that run across your mouth.
Okay, so here we got a thick cut pork belly. It's like a steak of pork.
I'm gonna do a little squash.
Yes, I'm going long beans too. Cheers.
The hard exterior of this pork belly, very satisfying. And the
Crunch.
how fun is that? It's all about
Into
the bellies of things, you know?
Yeah.
Of the beast.
Of the rock.
The rock?
Yeah, you know, the rock, like his abs.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's got a nice belly. We share a lot of dishes on this show.
Uh-huh.
And we're oftentimes like huddled over one small plate, like nibbling away. This was created to be shared.
That's right.
Big, thick cut, pork belly, right?
Holding the pigskin.
Boom. Next up, we're going to a place called Lhasa. Get some thick cut pork belly. I've been told that I don't have the voice of a radio person.
You got a face for radio.
Roasted.
I'm Chef Chad Valencia, co-owner of Lhasa. We're a seasonal Filipino-inspired restaurant here in Chinatown, LA.
From my understanding, Lhasa in Tagalog is flavor?
Flavor or taste?
Can you talk about what that means for you guys?
It's based on our life experiences. So this is not traditional Filipino food by any means. My brother and I come from California restaurants, so we follow the seasons. What's popping at the market is gonna dictate what ingredients are gonna get used. We'll think what can coincide with Filipino dishes, but isn't that specific ingredient. For instance, in springtime, there's a sour soup called sinigang. We use rhubarb to sour the broth. That's not traditional by any means, but if any Filipino were to taste that broth, they would know it's sinigang.
And you're using rhubarb because that's what you have here in California.
Exactly. We're gonna eat our twice-cooked pork belly. It's based on a Filipino dish called kalabasa ang ginataan, which means squash stewed in coconut. There's always the addition of pork product and shrimp product in a lot of vegetable dishes in the Philippines. So we flipped it on its head and turned it into an entree. We take skin-on, boneless pork belly slabs and slowly render on a plancha so that the skin ends up crispy. We do the kabocha squash in coconut milk until it's extremely tender, and then we puree it. Then we wok roast Chinese long beans, and then we take mustard greens and we dress that in bagoong vinaigrette. So we have this fresh salad to kind of cut through the richness of the belly and then that even the kabocha and coconut. People are always quick to say, oh, you guys are doing Filipino fusion. Filipino food is already fusion by way of China, Spain, America. We're not doing anything that different. We're just doing California Filipino food.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat. Green mango soda. Cheers.
Ooh, gentle bubbles. Sodas are better when the bubbles are gentle.
Agreed. Let's eat.
I'm gonna do a little puree taste test solo mode before I get into this.
All right.
Cheers. Whoa.
It's almost like pumpkin pie.
At first I was like, okay, it's a squash. And then there's this whole other flavors that run across your mouth.
Okay, so here we got a thick cut pork belly. It's like a steak of pork.
I'm gonna do a little squash.
Yes, I'm going long beans too. Cheers.
The hard exterior of this pork belly, very satisfying. And the
Crunch.
how fun is that? It's all about
Into
the bellies of things, you know?
Yeah.
Of the beast.
Of the rock.
The rock?
Yeah, you know, the rock, like his abs.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's got a nice belly. We share a lot of dishes on this show.
Uh-huh.
And we're oftentimes like huddled over one small plate, like
Uh-huh.
nibbling away. This was created to be shared.
That's right.
Big, thick cut, pork belly, right in the middle on a huge plate. Hey, come over here.
Family boy.
style. Look at that.
You want to double down?
Double down.
Oh, why do you do that so slowly? Hold out your hand, and I'm gonna fly the camera into it.
We're cool. Plot twist. We're in New York City. Woohoo! And we're here because this is a very special dish that we're gonna try. In fact, it's not even a dish, it is a feast. But before we get there,
I know what's happening.
oh, we all know what's happening.
It's no longer a
That guy knows what's
surprise.
happening.
Pork fat.
Hundreds of years ago, all pork was referred to as bacon, or as it was spelled back then, bacon. The B-A-C-O-U-N.
Yeah, you have to spell it.
It comes from the Old Teutonic back that referred to the back of the hog.
Bacon, back on.
How's that for a fact?
Borderline factual. Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to a restaurant called Jeepney. They serve what's called a Kamayan feast. And in the middle of it, we're gonna have a whole pig stuffed.
Ooh.
My name is Nicole Panseca, and we're at Jeepney here in the East Village. You're gonna eat Nueva York style lechon, and we're also gonna do a Kamayan feast.
What is Kamayan?
Kamayan is basically to eat with your hands. We lay out all the food on banana leaves very beautifully, because we know that we eat with our eyes first. But it wasn't really like that for me growing up. Kamayan was just my dad in the kitchen eating on a plate just with their hands, like really simple, really humble. My whole mission is how can I help spread Filipino food, but also how can I take anything that I was ever embarrassed or ashamed about and make it into something that I'm really proud about. So we decided to do it this beautiful way of introducing Filipino food and culture. Chef Miguel is going to tell you about the dishes that we're having today.
For this particular Kamayan, we created a special feast for you guys. We have some dinuguan, some banana ribs, dampa fried, which is our marinated whole red snapper. Let's not forget about the chicken adobo, considered the national dish of the Philippines. Then you have the star of the show, our whole lechon.
What is lechon? Can you kind of walk us into that?
Lechon is a whole pig. Traditionally, we would be roasting it over an open fire pit. We are in the East Village. We would probably get our asses busted for doing something like that. So we cook our lechon in the oven. We're gonna stuff it with lemongrass, onions, salt, pepper, and a shitload of love and longanisa. Bring that temperature up to 500 just to crisp that skin and sear everything. So we want to trap all those juices in there. And then we lower that temperature and let it roast slowly. So like that, when you guys get it and you crack open that skin, that meat is just falling off the bone. The pig that you guys will be having today is about 22 pounds. So you guys better be hungry.
We are extremely hungry. Also, we're bringing in back up, what, 10 friends? You think that's enough people?
I think 10 friends is a good number.
Thank you all to our friends for joining us today. I just want to raise a toast to all y'all for coming out. Cheers, guys. Oh, we have some hot towels coming. Okay.
A common phrase we use for cheers is tagay. T-A-G-A-Y, tagay.
I'm ready to eat with my hands.
I'm gonna teach you all how to do kamayan. You make a little rice ball. Keep it here in the front fingers.
And then you push it into your
through.
mouth with your thumb.
Yeah.
Oh.
My aunt at home used to eat like this all the time, but I would refuse because I was a bratty little kid. But now I wish I had paid attention because I don't know what I'm doing.
That's a good sausage.
That tastes like home.
Do you want to cut into the lechon? Is that cool? Oh, sorry.
No, that's my fault. I'm gonna hand this to Andrew. He's usually the one who handles that.
Yeah.
Oh. Look at that steam popping out.
There's sausages in there.
Oh my god. Why is it so important, the eating with your hands aspect?
It's a way of respecting what you're eating and also interacting with other people at the table to catch up on what's going on in your life, you know? This very intimate moment and vulnerable moment of eating with your hands.
I believe Brenda wanted some ear. Do a quick taste test here. Not as strong. Oh, that's more than just ear.
It's like a fortune cookie.
Oh my god.
It's like a fine bag of that pork you buy at the supermarket.
The cartilage is almost like glass. It's like rock candy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's salty, delicious.
It's so intense.
Like you're eating the wisdom of the universe right now. You never know the kind of gossip this big you.
There's a lot happening on this table.
Yeah?
Do you think that there is a single bite that you personally find the most delicious?
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go straight for the cheek on that pig.
Oh, man. It's so fatty.
I'm doing that.
Here, I'll let you have that.
It's like eating, you know, like melted butter. That's what it feels like.
The cheek meat is insane.
All right, give me some.
Joe, oh my God.
Wow.
That's delicious. It's so fatty.
Wait, I don't know where it went. I just swallowed it.
Second dish, adobo de lao. First we take the chicken and we poach it for about 3 minutes just to tighten that skin so when we pan sear it, that skin isn't falling apart or breaking. We put it in the pot with garlic and bay leaf, vinegar, and soy, and turmeric and let that cook until it's nice and tender. Take that later and we're gonna finish it off by putting it under the salamander, getting that skin nice and crispy, and we'll finish it off with the sauce.
Okay, so I think everybody should try the adobo.
The national dish of the Philippines. Chicken cheers.
And then
That part's good. Sorry.
That's so soft.
This is the best chicken.
Oh my god.
Honestly.
Oh my God. The parade of meats is insane in this dinner.
So the other hidden gem of this meal is the dinuguan.
It's a pork blood stew, one of my favorite dishes. We take pork butt, which we marinate in salt, pepper, garlic, and vinegar. It's gonna permeate through the meat and it's gonna make it more flavorful. We let it sit overnight, sear it off in a cast iron, place that in our braising pan, take some aromatics, onions and garlic, along with pork broth. Cook it until it's nice and soft, and then we'll be adding the blood once it comes out. It thickens, becomes this rich chocolate color, and that's ready for serving.
It's right in front of you. If you see it right here, it's blood stew. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Oh man.
It's almost smoky. It's very rich.
It's almost like minerally. So even though it's like really rich and deep, the minerality kind of cuts it a little bit.
It's crazy the range of pork flavors that you get here. Sweet longanisa and the really fatty lechon. But you also have this really deep stew.
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us for this awesome meal. Is there anything else that you want to say? Pass the Filipino food baton on.
Kain na. Just let's eat.
Let's eat. Cheers, guys. Good night.
Adam.
This is hard, but I'm gonna ask you, and I expect an answer because that's what we do on this show. Which Filipino pork dish was the most worth it to you at its price?
Every place was the perfect thing in its category. Lhasa would be my perfect date night meal. Rice bar is the ultimate fill you up good snack. And jeepney is just the perfect celebration meal. Choosing between them is just like,
I can tell you mine.
What kind of day you're gonna, okay.
Rice bar.
Oh,
I love that restaurant feeling that you could be family with strangers there. Ah, it's so hard, but that's, yep.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I think jeepney slightly edges it out for me. The format of the meal is so fun that you're guaranteed a memorable meal. Something about eating with your hands, shoulder to shoulder with people.
This is hard. This hurts. Lhasa, no
Adam chooses
way,
Lhasa.
Three-way split.
I think I have a crush on Filipino cuisine. It's stuck in my mind. Sweet meat with a vinegar touch, like, I just want more.
You wake up thinking about it.
You go to sleep tasting it in your belches.
Oh, yes. We're starting this episode off in Houston because we just finished a pie episode and we were feeling a little bit of a late night snack. Today on Worth It, we're gonna be trying 3 different pho's at 3 drastically different price points to find out which one is the most worth it at its price.
And joining us on our adventure today is a very fun guy by the name of Justin Yu, owner of Theodore Rex.
He's a local from Houston, James Beard Award winner.
Certainly knows his pho. He likes to grab a bowl of pho after a hard day of work, and that's what we're gonna do with him. Show us how it happens late night style in Houston.
Wow, it is midnight right now. The pho don't stop when we walk in.
Is that a Kesha lyric that you just turned into a pho pun?
Yeah.
Gee.
My name is Kevin Pham. I am the proprietor here at Pho by Night. We do authentic pho, 4 p.m. till 12 a.m. And Friday and Saturdays we open till 3 a.m.
Whoa, really?
Where did you learn to make pho?
I've always wanted to learn it. It was like a secret held away from me, like mom telling you to close your eyes when there's a naked woman on TV. My grandfather flew from Vietnam because he's retired there, and I showed up every day just to learn it. Then my stepdad would come over and show me his way. Confusing at first, but then I got the gist of it, developed my own way. The thing about pho is that everyone has their own preference. I like to eat bone marrow, and we never had it in our formula. And one day I just like, hey, this is actually pretty good, you know? And I gave it to a friend. My friend actually was sitting with Allison Cook of the Houston Chronicle. A week later, we're in the Houston Chronicle for a bone marrow, which we never sold. And that kind of boosted us the first year.
I mean, we walked in and first person we met was your wife, is that right?
She's the great, if it weren't for her, man, this place would not last. Or I wouldn't last here by myself.
Why is that?
The way we operate has always been ma and pa, you know.
How do you make your broth?
Well, it starts off with the bones, the centerpiece and the joint.
So it really is bone soup.
And brisket. When you look at barbecue pit masters, they're called pit masters. What we do is similar to being called a pot master, you know. That flame, it has to be low. You gotta simmer it, you know, and cook the noodles first, strain it out, top off the meats, and then you just pour onions.
Pot master thing, I've never heard pot master.
I kind of want to be called that one day. So, hey,
yeah, I think after this, you're gonna be pot master for sure. All right.
Actually, I did have one last thing. Sorry.
Okay, Steven.
I noticed you have this thing going on here.
It's actually pickled lemons to make janmui, pickled lemonade.
We are here with Chef Justin Yu.
Okay. Have you had this drink before?
I have. Cheers. All right, cheers.
It's a nice bowl of pho.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
that is amazing.
This is kind of a dead ringer for Gatorade. Is that
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's a good amount of salt in Gatorade too.
So we ordered some pho. Me and Andrew kind of like, in high school, cheated off your exam and we got your order.
Got it. So it's actually funny because I cheated off of somebody else's order. It's called Nem Gao Gun Fun. Gao is the fatty brisket and then gun is the tendon. To me, it has all like the perfect little bits. The reason why I love it here is that they cut it almost perfect size every time. So to me, you sip the broth first. That's like the ringer for like a really great pho. This one's like, it's such a clean broth. They've obviously taken a lot of time to like either blanch the bones or skim the bones.
It's like a meal and a glass of water in one bite. Because I'm both getting the savory bits, but I feel refreshed.
Right.
How's that broth for you, Andrew?
It's...
That right there The fatty brisket.
That fat hanging off.
That's another level of flavor.
So for you, is this broth perfect right now, or are you gonna
Broth
do
is
anything?
absolutely perfect right
You're
now.
not gonna like add anything?
I
or-
love a good amount of cilantro. I like to have it with the stems too. It's really all about that texture. Break it up so it's bite size. Thai basil, some bean sprouts. I like my bean sprouts raw.
Ah.
You got the bone marrow, and then add it to like a little section that I'm about to eat. And it's just like so, because like you'll get like this punch of richness.
Maybe it's because, you know, it's late at night, just made a new friend, but this may be like my favorite food right now in the world. Like, I love sushi. I love, what do I love? I don't want to say acai bowls because it's kind of, but I do love acai bowls. A little bit of shame there, but this is really hitting the spot for me right now. All right, it is so late.
It does taste like lemon lime Gatorade.
Pho Bin hooked us up with another specialty drink.
Artichoke tea.
Artichoke tea.
Another refreshing thing.
Another one.
So we are leaving Pho Bin by night.
We're actually leaving by car.
And so is Justin. He actually is heading off to his restaurant to clean up now.
Yeah, so our next stop is actually in Hawaii. Look at that.
So we just had some amazing pho in Houston. Learned a lot from Justin. And now we've come to Honolulu. And we're gonna be trying some delicious pho from a place called the Pig and the Lady. 3 types of pho.
We're eating delicious soup. That's the soup from which all life comes.
There it is.
I'm Andrew. I'm the chef owner of the Pig and Lady restaurant. I'm going to be giving you guys our pho broth. We're going to do 3 different versions. One of them is the pho bak, which is our northern style beef pho. We also do seasonal broths. One of them is the duck pho. We also have a vegan option, which we're really proud of.
Could you tell us a little bit about the naming of the Pig and the Lady?
So I'm the pig. I'm born the year of the pig, and the lady is my mother, and also like represents my wife, my best friend. It was just a way to honor them. The beef pho, which you'll be having first, it's pho bak. So it's a northern style, pretty much the heart and soul of the restaurant. That's mom's recipe. We don't mess with that. Fresh rice noodles from